Hello and welcome to another Wovember video. Today is shearing day, and I cannot think of a better way to celebrate Wovember than to take you along to where it all starts, with the sheep and the fleece. Shearing day is a busy day that takes a lot of work, both leading up to the day of and afterwards. When we shear this time of year, we have to account for the rainy weather. Here in Oregon's Willamette Valley, we get very heavy rain once November hits. So, in order to make sure our sheep are dry, they need to stay under cover for a week at the very least. This year, we split our shearing day between 2 weekends to make sure there was plenty of space under cover for all our flock to be comfortable while drying out the week prior to shearing. Having dry sheep on shearing day is important for a couple reasons, both for the comfort of the shearer as well as the safety of the sheep. The shearer doesn't want to shear wet sheep because they would be freezing and soaked after shearing a couple soggy sheep, let alone a whole flock. Shearing wet sheep is also unsafe for the sheep because wet wool becomes very heavy. This weight will pull on the sheep's skin, which could result in accidents where the sheep could get cut. While nicks do occasionally happen, neither us, the shearer, or the sheep want this to happen. So, taking the extra preventative steps to avoid unnecessary injury during shearing day is essential. Another benefit of shearing dry sheep is that we will end up with a higher quality fleece, and we will not have to lay every single fleece out to dry before storing. Here at Covered Bridge Farm, we shear twice a year. Our Romney sheep are a breed of sheep that grow a longer staple length in a relatively short period of time, so we shear them every 8 months. In contrast, our Dorsets have a slower growing fleece, so they only need to be shorn once a year. It is important to note that the majority of domestic sheep that grow wool need to be shorn. Very few sheep still have the ability of their primitive ancestors to shed their fleece, and if left unshorn, most will keep growing their wool indefinitely. Today, shearing is done using electric shears. Think of them as larger versions of clippers used at the barber shop to cut hair. Different blades are chosen to leave different lengths of wool on the sheep's body to provide enough protection from the elements appropriate for the season. For example, in the winter, the shearer might choose a comb and blade that leaves more wool coverage on the sheep's body. On our farm, we hire a shearer who has learned the trade of shearing and can do it efficiently and safely. We are also very lucky to have a shearer who understands the importance of fleece quality and our desire to have as few second cuts as possible. Second cuts occur when the shearer has to go back over the same spot twice, resulting in very tiny pieces of wool getting mixed in with the longer staple. In this video, you might notice in some of the clips our shearer shearing small pieces of wool into his hand and tossing them aside. Once fleeces are shorn, we skirt the fleece. Fleeces are laid on a table that has holes in the top. This allows any second cuts that did end up in the fleece to fall through. Our table isn't the most glamorous example, but it gets the job done. We then check the fleece for soundness. This makes sure the fibers are strong and do not break when pulled on. Breaks can happen for various reasons, but mainly because a sheep has become stressed. Stressors can include, but are not limited to, extreme changes in the weather, getting sick, giving birth, or a drastic change in diet. During skirting, we also remove sections of fleece that have manure or sweat locks. These usually occur around the sheep's backside and legs. Sections of wool that have extreme VM content compared to the rest of the fleece are also removed at this time. Once skirting is completed, fleeces are bagged up and ready to be sent to the fiber mill or to be added to our online store. I hope you have enjoyed tagging along to shearing day. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to like and subscribe. As always, happy knitting, happy spinning, happy fiber crafting, and happy Wovember, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.